It's just being earnest. Right here, right now.
Oh man.
You seen Lil Wayne's head?
No, I haven't. Hold on. I have to I have to see this.
Let's see the top of his head.
Should I look up
Is he balding? Is Lil Wayne balding? Is he? I don't know. Shout out to all the dudes who noticed they were balding and took care of it. You know, just shave it off. You know, don't try to edge it up. Try to edge it up.
Dude, look at this.
Yeah, man. You just gotta let that go, you know.
He's gonna have the Larry David or the George Costanza shit across his head, man.
He's black, so it's George Jefferson.
George Jefferson. You're right.
Yeah, we ain't talking Seinfeld or nothing like that. You know. But he got to let that go and come with a fade or something.
Or what do they say? Come on home.
Come on home? I don't know what they say.
Isn't that what the other bald people say? Come on home, man.
Oh, okay. That's what they say to each other?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
They say, come on home.
You know, I got a lot of friends, man, who went bald, and they just cut their hair off, man. Just go bald. Just be bald.
I mean, you don't really have another option because the other option of you trying to save it looks crazy.
Looks way wild. He looked like, he kind of looked like he got the homeless dude dreads.
Yeah.
Just gotta let that go. Just gotta let that go.
Yeah, man.
You know, he wear the hat. He would always wear a hat now. I didn't know he was balding until somebody said it and was like, Lil Wayne balding. And I was like, no, he ain't. He just cut him or something. And
well, it's all about your demeanor and your the aura that you create for yourself. Because it's like if you really embrace that, you'd be cool.
Yeah, well, Stevie Wonder, his shit start way back. You know, Stevie Wonder don't know, you know.
He has the top peeled back.
Yeah, Snoop don't got his old hairline, you know.
Right.
But his hair is majestic, so he just keeps it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Shout out to all the dudes that embrace their baldness and, just chop that hair off.
Word.
We in? We recording?
Oh, yes. Yes,
just being earnest.
Welcome back.
It's a lot going on. Crazy stuff. And I just wanted to raise a question. Fellas, are fellas out of line? When do you give up? When a woman says she does not want to be with you anymore, that means she don't want to be with you no more. She's no longer happy with you.
Correct.
That means that the woman is no longer happy with you. She doesn't want to be with you anymore. She wants to go separate ways. If you have children together, whatever, you guys work that out amongst each other. But you go your separate ways.
Yeah, why waste any more time and energy on something that you know is not going to work out?
And that person is eventually going to be with somebody else.
Yeah.
Right?
And so are you.
Right? That's how it's supposed to be.
That's pretty logical, right?
You're supposed to go do your thing. Or maybe she already caught you doing your thing, and that's why you're not together. Who knows?
Sure.
In this case, we had this police officer, a Newark cop from Newark, New Jersey.
Oh, yeah.
John For Misano. Do you have that up? This gentleman, his wife, I shouldn't call him a gentleman, he's an animal.
Dude, Newark Police Lieutenant John For Misano has killed his wife, Christine For Misano, and shot the dude that was he caught at their house.
Wounded him. Claims he blacked out.
Upon entering the home.
John For Misano.
By the way, his kids were there. The kids were in the house when this happened.
Young children.
Yeah, and the wife actually didn't die right away. She escaped the house and then ran to the nearest neighbor and just banging on doors and everything because she's, shot and everything. And then he ran up to her, finished the job, and murdered her. You didn't know that part.
I didn't read that part.
Yes. Yeah, man. But rage.
John For Misano
just raged
because he caught the boyfriend. The estranged wife's boyfriend in the room. Mm-hmm. Shot him and shot her to death.
Yeah. Keyword estranged, you know?
Because he couldn't handle the fact that they were no longer together and no longer ever going to be together again.
And she had moved on. Yeah, that's right.
And he was so horrified and so heartbroken that he felt the need that if she couldn't be with him, she couldn't be with nobody.
Right.
And nobody wasn't going to have her.
Right.
That is some psychopathic killer stuff. And because he was because he was a police lieutenant, he was able to say, I blacked out. And now he's not in the jail, he's in the psychiatric ward.
Oh, he's pleading crazy.
So he's in the psychiatric ward because he said he blacked out. But he does remember firing his weapon multiple times.
Dude.
Man, that was a jealous rage. You wasn't crazy, nothing.
Yeah. Come on now.
You knew what you were doing. You ran up and you didn't even finished the job once you seen she was bleeding. Mm-hmm. Crazy.
Dude.
Crazy. Guys don't... this is like guys that can't stand... they can't handle rejection.
Right.
Right? They can't handle rejection.
Well, it's also a pride thing. The pride is like the biggest downfall of man. Where it's just like pride. You can picture it as like this balloon that you're filling this balloon with all your confidence and your ego, and you keep filling it. You got a wife, you got kids. It becomes bigger and bigger, and then it all comes crashing down. And then when that eventually ends for this lieutenant that went crazy and found the boyfriend.
He didn't go crazy.
That went on a murder spree. Well, not spree, but he murdered his estranged wife. That balloon popped.
Well, that sounds cute. But this man must have felt that he couldn't get no other woman.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I saw the picture of the wife. She was a nice-looking woman.
Yeah, actually,
and he was not a nice-looking man.
No.
No. He was, wide as all outside. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Head, circle shape.
Mm-hmm.
He had a circle head. He looked like a stack of croissants. And that's why he felt that way.
Okay.
He's probably got, little man parts and everything.
Yeah.
And the other dude, was probably much better looking. The guy that he shot.
This man could not take it. What was this guy's name again?
John Formisano or something?
John Formisano.
John Formisano. Psychopath. He should be sent to prison. He should be able to be mentally fit to stand trial. He shouldn't be able to hide in the psychiatric ward.
Right.
He should go in there with them players that he put in there.
Right.
That's probably why he starts. I'm crazy. Pit bulls wear Jordans.
Yeah, man.
A lot of dudes do this. This is like a new thing. You sent me something last week. This gentleman, where was this? In Florida?
Oh, the Florida man.
This guy was in Florida, a Florida man.
Oh yeah, a Florida man.
Mm-hmm. Decided that when he walked in on his estranged wife or ex-wife, they labeled it ex-wife in this article. Mm-hmm. He found her. And he didn't get mad at her though as much as John Formisano, but he went as far. Excuse me. He went as far as to hold the dude at gunpoint, the boyfriend, hold the boyfriend at gunpoint, and have scissors in the other hand and say, "I'm gonna chop off your tallywhacker. I'm gonna chop off your tallywhacker."
I'm gonna kill you if you don't apply.
I'm gonna shoot you if you don't resist.
Right.
If that's me, you gotta shoot me, man, because we, you know what I mean?
Dude.
I'm going out.
Either
tell my mama I love You know?
This man cut another man's dick off with a pair of scissors, man.
He went straight for his meat and 2 veg, man.
Dude, it's like, okay, so either I resist or I get my dick cut off.
Yeah,
you go resist. Go down swinging.
Go down swinging. How are you going to live without your tallywhacker?
You can't. Well, I mean, technically, but not really on the inside. You're gonna be.
This ain't Game of Thrones.
You're gonna be dead on the inside. Well, even Theon was pretty much dead on the inside. Theon Greyjoy, the guy that got his dick cut off in Game of Thrones. Yeah, man. I mean, if there were ever a time that any scenario that you could picture where you would have to fight for your life,
right?
It'd probably be a scenario in which your dick was gonna get cut off.
That's like fight for my life. Oh, you talking about fight for my own life?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like man. You going down swinging.
Oh, yeah, man. Oh yeah, man. I'm trying to get that gun.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get that gun, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You ain't just about to catch me like that. How you gonna catch him? Like, did he catch him? Did he even catch him with his pants down, or was he naked, or whatever? Or did he like make him take his pants off? That's so whack,
dude.
That's so whack. There's no way, bro. You gonna have to prove to me that gun is loaded and ready to go. You got pile. You gonna have to do something, cause boy, we going. I'm not hesitating to chop you in your throat, homie.
Dude, or die trying.
For real.
Because if your dick gets cut off, you're pretty much dead inside anyway.
All right. I hear you, Daniel. Keep saying dick over and over again. I don't know how you do it.
Oh, okay. Come on now.
But we gonna ride with it. What I'm saying is, what would drive a man so crazy, right? What would drive a man so crazy and insane that he feels he has to kill his estranged wife, make a permanent decision, make a permanent decision off a temporary reaction? You know, what would make you...
What causes a man to snap like that?
What causes a man to snap, to go to another man and chop off his tallywhacker?
Right.
That's so crazy to me that you would go and be like, oh, I'm going to chop off his loaf. That'll teach him.
Oh, I'll show him.
I'm going to chop off his loaf. Like, what do you get? What pleasure do you get out of chopping off another man's loaf? To show this woman that you're sick and twisted?
Dude, how do you go through with that?
Now, why do you even want to see his loaf?
How do you go?
Why do you want to see his loaf? Why do you want to touch his loaf? Why do you want to do anything? That's already been in your wife, man.
Some psycho shit.
Come on, man.
Yeah, the damage is already done.
Come on, man. They've already sealed the deal probably multiple times.
Yeah.
And you over here talking about I'm going to chop off his tallywhacker. That's what you want to do? You don't want to just go get you another woman?
Right.
There's more women than men out here.
Right.
You don't want to just get you another woman?
Nah, he want to take out this dude's Johnson.
Go to jail for life. Let me go where it's just Johnsons everywhere, and they know I abused one.
You think he's probably not gonna get fucked with in jail?
I don't know, man. People take it there, man. I just don't understand what's up with the twisted scenarios with people cutting off Johnsons and such. There's this dude from an off-brand Wu-Tang affiliate group called North Stars. Dude's name was Christbearer, and he got high on a PCP, I believe it was.
Oh.
And smoked a bunch of PCP and flipped out, cut off his tallywhacker, and jumped out a ninth story window or something.
What?
Yeah.
This is a real story?
2014, yeah. Yeah, it happened.
Oh my God.
You know, I don't know what would possess a man to get that high. Nobody. Why? What would make you think, oh, I'm getting so high? Who gets that high and want to cut the dick off? I don't want them kind of drugs.
Where was his mind at to make him think that was a good idea?
To think that's what you should do. Like, hey, you know what, man? I should just cut my dick off and jump out the window.
Most people, some people have enlightenments. Maybe not on PCP,
I think he's trying to commit suicide.
Yeah, but why put yourself through that before jumping out of a window?
And he failed.
I don't know. That sounds crazy.
Wise man once told me, you got to be a dumb motherfucker to fail at suicide.
Oh my God.
Somebody told me that one time.
Okay.
We're gonna take a break on that note. Peace. Back on the scene.
Cool.
Yes. So I guess the meaning of that first segment was, take it easy when it comes to breakups. This domestic violence thing, taking it too far. You know? You can move on. It might take a while. You'll find your match.
Yeah. You're not gonna move on from that. Like after murdering somebody, cutting somebody's dick or Johnson tallywhack or whatever off. Mm-hmm. You're not
a permanent decision off temporary emotions,
dude. Yeah. Heat of the moment to the highest degree.
Absolutely. So I didn't want to get too much on politics, but we have to end the show soon because we want to go watch this Manny Pacquiao Thurman fight.
Oh, yes.
But I do want to say what I guess Donald Trump said this week about go back where you came from.
Oh, yeah.
That is a classic. That is a classic racist thing that's being said. And for all of those people who are saying it's not racist, that's not the point of what I'm saying here. But all the people that's saying it's not racist, the thing is most of us people, black and brown people, the first racial slur or racist thing ever said to us growing up in school on the playground was go back to Africa. Go back to where you came from. Everybody says that to little kids. That's the first time I knew I was different. You know? Mm-hmm. And I just want people to know that. So that's why we say it's racist, because that's the first thing we hear. We know it's, but that's not the point. Everybody knows what was said was racist. Everybody I know with knowledge,
right,
of any sorts, knows that was racist. But that's not the point. My point is, if you vote Democrat, which I don't, but if you don't want this man in office as a racist, you have to decide what you want to do. Because it seems like you don't want to do anything but attack Donald Trump. And that's not a good strategy. That's proven to not be a good strategy. Mm-hmm. Because he has his people. His people know who they're voting for in November of 2020.
Right. They
know that. They're strong. His, what is it? He's at, 36% approval? Those people are strong, and they willing to come out in droves. And a lot of those people, that they say they don't want to vote for him are going to vote for him.
Closeted Trump voters.
Right. It's a lot of them.
Yeah.
And on the Democratic side, they don't know what they want to do, and that's the problem. Is they don't have anybody to rally behind. There's 20 people. They have to have 2 separate debates with tons of people on stage.
It's a hell of people.
10 people on stage 2 nights, and you're trying to pick who you're gonna rally behind.
Right.
It's ridiculous. They're not gonna win that way.
No.
You're not gonna beat Donald Trump with 20 candidates.
Yeah, this idea that they want to run off, well, at least we're not Trump, because this is what he is.
Yeah.
And then displaying his vulgarity and, just obscene behavior on full display.
Everybody knows that already.
We see it every day.
Yeah.
We want to know what your policies are, what you actually plan to do about things, rather than just be like, well, anything's better than Donald Trump.
People post about Donald Trump all the time. It's like, okay, I get it. I mean, it's the same stuff every time. Oh, he said this racist thing. Oh, he says he likes this person. He says this person's a bad person.
Yeah.
Or whatever. We already know that.
Right.
Who is your candidate, though? Who are you rallying behind?
Right. going back to the whole, like the closeted Trump supporters and voters and everything like that. I mean, that's even though he lost the popular vote last election, he did get the votes where it counted, and all the polls showed that he wasn't going to.
Absolutely.
So to go back to that, there's, like you said, there's a lot of them, and that's going to happen again, even when they poll and find out like, well, we're projected that he's going to get less this time. It's like,
yeah, he killed in a lot of places.
Right.
Well, the black vote was at an all-time low in 2016.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't even come out. There wasn't no way they was voting for Hillary Clinton.
Right.
And most of them weren't voting for Donald Trump. Most, I say. Right.
But also to go back to the impact of that statement, and also in combination with his base and how strong, how strong his base is unwavering.
Right.
That statement of
they worship him.
Yes. Yeah. That statement of go back to where you came from, like that.
That's a classic racist quote. And he didn't say go back to where you came from to Bernie Sanders, who does the same type of stuff.
Right.
He didn't say go back to where you came from to Hillary Clinton.
Mm-mm. But the impact of that, do you remember what the whole crowd was chanting at his rally?
Send her back.
Send her back. Send her back.
Yeah,
they were chanting that.
Yeah, that's not a surprise to me. What would be a surprise to me is if they could get a candidate on the left that's worth his shit.
That would be more surprising.
That would be more surprising.
But that's his. Yeah, but just going back, that's his base, man. They are unwavering
because he is sticking to their desires of the white supremacy and all of that good stuff and good old boys and all of that. They want to hold on to that. I know guys who worship this man. Mm-hmm. They love him. They'll excuse anything he does, and they'll give a good excuse for him. They'll make up stuff for him when he says one thing. They'll say, "Oh, but he meant this."
Yeah.
And the whole time when it was time to vote for him, I like him because he tells the truth. He says what he means and means what he says. And then he'll say something crazy, and they'll be like, "Oh, but he really meant this."
Yeah, but does that really resonate with what's inside of you, as the voter?
For them, it does. For them, it does. They feel a sense of pride with him. I can tell.
For me, if you wanted to just keep it all the way real and keep it 100 and just say, I'm voting him because my checks come in nicely.
They do.
That's a totally different thing than just say, hey, I don't excuse any of this shit, but I know that my well-being and my income is better because of Trump.
Absolutely.
That's a whole nother thing than finding excuses for this obscene shit.
Right. Right.
That's how I separate it. I mean,
you can't really make excuses for it. You see it happens. You can either vote or or continue to just do 4 more years of Donald Trump.
Oh, come on now. Yeah, I know.
It hasn't made my life. Donald Trump hasn't made my life any worse. Not one bit.
Well, right. You personally.
Personally, my life has been better. It's flourished, but that's only because it was going to flourish anyway.
Right.
But what I'm meaning to say is he's caused me no harm, but he has caused other people. He's caused other people harm.
A lot. Yeah.
So but it's up to the voters to get out there and do their thing.
Right.
So. Just quit dealing with your emotions. Deal with your brains a little bit. Think a little bit.
Theme of the show.
Yeah. Get off of your emotions.
Yes.
Get out of your emotions. Think with your brain.
Yeah. The fear of we were talking earlier about the men, how you're saying man, they snap because this person probably knows that he's never gonna find another woman that's like this or that's where their mind is at. There's always somebody else. Everybody moves on, but where their mind is at, it's hey, this was I'll never find this. I'm gonna murder this person or I'm gonna chop this person up.
It's you got a job, man. There's plenty of people out there, women out there that
Yeah.
You want a man with a job and, you know, a good job too, with benefits.
Yeah. You know that fear that men go through for like fear of the future and everything of like not having like another like that. That's called non-attachment to outcome. You know, where it's like you're creating a fear for something that hasn't happened yet, and that's where it eats them up.
Even with that being said, the president, people who are Republican, people who are registered Republican, they're voting for Donald Trump.
People who are registered?
People who are registered Republican right now are voting for Donald Trump.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
That's who they're voting for.
Yeah.
If you're registered Democrat, who are you voting for?
Who knows? I hope Kamala Harris, but who knows?
You hope Kamala Harris.
Right now, I'm shooting for Kamala.
I'm not going to talk politics.
Okay.
But I'm just talking this.
Okay.
You know, I'm just talking, what are they going to do?
Okay.
If you've registered Democrat, who are you voting for?
We'll see. I mean, there's 20 of them. So it's
exactly.
Like, dude, like, who knows?
That's a problem, bro.
Who knows?
That's a problem that there's 20 of them. The election's almost here.
Yeah.
And the Democrats don't know who they're voting for.
In a weird way, no, not even in a weird way. Donald Trump caused this because of him winning and him being so like untouchable and like Teflon, like nothing sticks to him. Everybody on the Democratic side thinks like, oh, I could be president too. Oh, I could do this. Oh, I can run. I can win.
Man, no.
And now there's 20 of them that they have to separate to two debates. He has caused this.
Yeah, man. He turned political debates into like URL rap battles.
It's right.
He talking trash about people and doing all kind of stuff, man. And he changed the game for sure.
He did, yeah.
He changed the game for sure.
Yeah.
And we're going to get out of here on that note.
Yep.
Things to do, Saturday night in full effect. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I hope it made you think a little bit. You know, if you had a bad breakup and you were stalking the girl, leave the girl alone. Or leave the boy alone.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Because it's horrific stories on both ends. Get it together, young people. Think with your minds. If you're going to vote left, think about who you're going to vote for right now, today. Not now, but right now.
Right.
Just being earnest, Dirty Ern, Daniel Oda. Somebody should have told you we out of here. Peace. That better not be